Client communication is super important. You want to make sure that you and your client are always on the same page. In this video, I highlight the importance of communication with your client. My name is Christy and I'm the owner of Boss Brows. I've been in the beauty industry for almost 9 years now, and I'm a microblading artist and trainer. This channel is all about microblading and building your business, and maybe some eyebrow tips here and there. The difference between myself and the clients I get who have seen other microblading artists is all in communication. A lot of the times it wasn't so much a really bad service that the microblading artist performed, but more the communication with that client. From the moment they walk in, I explain everything. The first thing I do is I obviously go over the paperwork and make sure that they are a candidate. Then I have an open conversation about what they want to achieve from their microblading appointment, their eyebrow goals, their makeup routine, how often they groom their brows. I explain to them the Fitzpatrick scale and how different skin types are all used to determine which service that we should choose for them. Then, most importantly, I get approval on everything. And I can't emphasize this enough. Getting approval for anything you do on your client is super, super crucial. The 3 things I get approval on is which service we're deciding to do, whether it's microblading strokes, combo brow, or ombre brow. And we talk about why we chose that service and how it's going to best fit their eyebrow goals. This way, there's no questions as to why they didn't do the combo brow or why they can't do the microblading strokes. Once we've decided that we're going to do the microblading strokes, I get confirmation twice. Not just once, but twice. This may seem a little ridiculous, but I promise you it can save your butt down the line. I had a client come in one time who wanted my brows. She said, "I love your brows, this is exactly what I want." And just from looking at her skin and how she did her makeup already, I didn't think it was going to be the best service for her. It just seemed a little bold. I wanted to start off with the microblading strokes, and I should have gone with my gut, but in this case, I did get a little bullied by my client. So she insisted that we do the combo brow. It ended up being a huge ordeal where she wasn't happy, they were too bold and too dark, and at the end of the day, I only had myself to blame. So from then on out, I decided that I'm always going to have my client confirm exactly what they want twice. This means once we decide on the service we're doing, I ask them twice if they love it. You can say something like, "Okay, so we're deciding on the microblading strokes," and then they'll say yes. And then you say again, "Okay, so you confirm that you want to do the microblading strokes," and they'll say yes. This may seem silly, but I promise you it will protect your booty in the end, and also it shows your client that you're on the same page and you really genuinely care about what their needs are. The second thing that I get approval on is the shape. We spend all this time brow mapping, and we want to make sure that they like it. Not just that they like it, that it fits their bone structure and their face shape. So usually what I'll have my client do is I'll have them sit up and look in a mirror and give me any critiques on the shape I provided them. And I'll ask them, "Do you love the shape?" And if they say, "Yeah, I think so," this is definitely a red flag and needs to be addressed immediately. If they don't give you a yes, you definitely need to address their needs. The third thing that I get approval on is the color. When choosing a pigment, you want to look at 2 things. You want to look at the eyebrow hair color, and you want to look at the skin tone. So this means you may have to try a few different colors. What I like to do is I like to put actually a little bit of the pigment color on their forehead so we can see what the color looks like next to their skin tone and their hair. Now, you are the professional, so a lot of these decisions will be guided by you, but again, you're going to be going off the client's brow goals. So you'll guide them by choosing colors that you think will be a good fit. Once you've decided on a color, you'll want to say, "Okay, so you love this color, you think it's a good choice?" And they'll say yes, and then I always say, "All right, so you approve the color," and then they say yes. This way there's no questions and the client becomes a part of all of the decision making. I find this to be really successful with my clients. Most of the time when my clients come back for their touch-up, they're extremely satisfied. Another form of great communication with your client is reviewing aftercare with them at the appointment. So I offer a few different avenues to explain the aftercare. The aftercare instructions are provided in their consent form. The aftercare instructions are also on my website, and then I go over it physically at their appointment. This way I can show them exactly how to apply the serum, I can show them how I want them to clean their brows, and if they have any questions, they can ask me then. I like to book the follow-up or touch-up appointment at that initial microblading service. This way they're already on the books and you know exactly when they're coming back. Then I remind them that I do book out way in advance, so to make sure that it fits their schedule. Always being in open communication with your client is key in keeping a happy customer. Hopefully these tips help you in creating great customer service for your clients. It's all about good communication. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe right down here, and I'll see you in my next video.